Hey there everybody, the Anime Amateur here. Sorry for the long absence from YouTube. I had schoolwork, sports, and other related issues keeping me from uploading and creating videos for YouTube. But today, I'm here without a normal speed paint video, or speed ink and shade video. Today I'm going to do a tutorial on how to draw or do guidelines for drawings. Now, guidelines are some things that new artists sometimes hate to use or don't use at all, but I highly recommend using. So, we're going to start here with drawing the head, because I like to base my guidelines off of heads, which most people like to do. So, I'm just going to draw a quick little oval here, which I'm going to use to draw the guideline for the head itself. Guidelines for guidelines. So, quick little oval. No need to be neat about it. Erase. And sketch. Alright, I guess this will sustain perfectly. No need to be neat about it. These are guidelines, rough guidelines as I call them. They're not line art, they are not finished drawings, they're just used to help you draw. Now, in a typical manga character, male manga character I might add, which is what I'm going to draw here today, the measurement is around 6 to 7, excuse me, head lengths. So I base my characters around 6.5. That's what I like to use. Now, I'm just going to measure the head. I have a trusty little ruler here, which many people I recommend this a lot. Sorry if I just spammed the camera with a ruler. So I'm just going to measure from the, I'm just going to fix this real fast. And I'm going to measure this from the top of the head to the chin. It is about 7/8 of an inch long, so I'm just going to mark that down. So this is 2 heads, 3 heads, 4 heads, and 4 heads hit, 5 heads, 6 heads, and I'm just going to mark 7 heads, but know that I use about 6.5 to 6 3/4 of an inch. Oh, heads, not, excuse me, inches. Not inches, heads for my character. So, now, in the manga community, for artists at least, they say that a typical shoulder length for a manga character is about 2 head widths in length. That kind of sounds wrong. The shoulder width is 2 head widths. There you go. But for me, I like to just keep it a little bit less than that. But I'm gonna mark that for you. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 16ths of an inch for head for my head length. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And if you heard that, that's my brother watching TV downstairs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right here. Oopsies. Alrighty. So here we go. We have our 2 head lengths guidelines here. So I like to just draw this a little bit inside depending on how my characters are. If they're going to be muscular or a bit skinny. If you want really muscular characters, go to 2 or maybe even go beyond that and make your character taller and wider and muscular. But if you want, like for me, for my normal male character, I don't like muscular. I like just like, kind of bit nimble almost, but not too nimble. So I'm just going to sketch in a neck real fast. No need to be too, detailed with that. And I'm just going to sketch in a shoulder width to see how I think it's going to be. It's a little bit less than what the actual one is. Maybe I could draw it a little bit less, but I think I'm going to stick with that. That's what I think is right. So now we're going to talk about the upper portion of the body. The upper portion of the body is about 3 head lengths from the head at the top of the head to the waist. So right here, this is where the waist will be. Now I'm just going to sketch that in real fast. right about here. I make it about one head length from the actual head itself. You probably couldn't see anything there. It's going to be just, like that. Sometimes a little bit wider. Just, it's just how I feel. It's how my style is. It's how I feel when I'm drawing. So now we're going to bring this down. And actually, that is a bit big, so I'm going to take away a little bit from that line. And the other side too, I think. Don't worry, if you think it's too small now, my arms actually make the people a bit wider, which is why I draw the way I do. Because that's my style, which is what you should base your own characters off of, your own style. So I'm going to bring this down. And let's see. Bring it down here to about one head length, which seems a bit small, but this is guidelines, and I keep the body a bit out more when I actually draw. You know what I mean? Draw the actual details and stuff. So we're gonna go a little bit beyond the second head length, maybe to about a quarter, or maybe a little bit less, and we're gonna go back out, because the real body and manga bodies themselves are not straight down. They go inward and then outward because of our muscles and our own body shapes. So I'm just gonna fix that up a little. So that's the top portion of the body. Now, next we're gonna draw the crotch region, and that only goes down about a half a head length. And next I'm gonna sketch in guidelines for where my legs go. So I'll draw the center line separating the legs, followed by 2 lines going up to halfway of the crotch region, and that's how the legs are going to be. Now, we have 1 1/2, 1 1/2, 2 1/2, and 3, since we're going to use half, 3 head lengths left, and that's going to be what we're going to use for our legs. Now we're going to actually talk about the limbs, or the legs and the arms. Arms and leg lengths are equal, in manga at least. The length of an arm from the shoulder to the palm, which would be around here, is the same, actually around here maybe, which would be 2 1/2, is the same as the length of a leg from the crotch region, which is here, to the heel, which is here, which is also 2 1/2. So that works out just fine for me. So I'm going to sketch in the legs now. And since we already put the crotch region, they can go out in diagonals. And I just sketch in. I don't try and draw the muscles for the legs themselves. I'll indicate where halfway point is and show that this is a knee. Do the same thing for this leg. Now, you see I'm drawing really rough again. I'm doing really rough circles. I'm just drawing lines and stuff. And that's because, like I said before, these are rough guidelines. They are not details. We can be as rough as we want. We can be as neat as we want. I recommend rough because drawing rough lines is really quick and easy. You could show really that, hey, this is a leg. This is on the first half of the leg. This is the second half, and blah, and this is the knee, and stuff like that. Now I'm just going to draw on the foot real fast. And the way I indicate a foot is a triangle. Just like that. Triangle. Because that shows that this is the front of the foot going up to where the foot meets the ankle area, I guess, or the shin area. So now we're going to draw the head, not the head, the arms, excuse me. So, the way I show where the arm starts is I take about from the bottom of the rib cage, which is about here, from what we drew before, about a little bit after 2 head lengths. And I go and I take about a quarter to a third, depending on how big I want the arm. So this is, I'd say, about a third for me, for this character at least. And we're just going to extend down. This is just a normal relaxed character, excuse me. And we're just going to draw normal arms. Now, this is the top part of the arm. I don't know what it's called. Please tell me in the comment section. And we're going to draw the forearm now. And now the hand is the length of the crotch. That's what I like to have at least. So now we're going to do that for the other side now. Go down a little bit more actually. There we are. And draw the forearm again. and hands, which are trapezoids, rectangles, trapezoids, or squares, depending on what, if you're doing a fist, an open hand, or just some other thing. Now this is guidelines. This is very simple. I actually draw them a lot faster than what I'm doing in this video, but for the sake of tutorials and stuff, I slowed down just for you. No need to be, like I said before, no need to be neat. They're rough guidelines there to help you draw. Now, some people may say, oh, I don't need guidelines, I could draw just fine by just by my eye. And some people can, because they have, I guess, an ability to do that. But most people and artists like to use guidelines, and this is actually a picture I've been working on using this exact build of guidelines. So this is my character, no name for him yet, but I've used the guidelines, and this is actually around his actual, actually this is the exact length. So this is my character. I've used the guidelines that I just showed you in this video to draw him, or do his guidelines, and then using those guidelines, I drew him. Now, this may come to a surprise to some people, like, oh, you drew these guidelines, how'd you get from this to this? And if you enjoy the video and tell me so, I will continue from these guidelines to this. So, please rate, comment, and subscribe, and tell me if you want another video. And be sure to return for more fan art and original creations, and now tutorials by the Anime Amateur. Thanks for watching.